Alright, this episode's TikTok liberal is a person that's trying to explain they-them pronouns, but really the kicker in all of this is whatever this thing looks like. I don't even know what to say, just check it out.
Many people ask me, how do you use they-them pronouns for a singular person? Well, it's really easy. All you have to do is use it the same way that you would talk about a group of people. So for example, I, Addison, use they-them pronouns. In that case, you talk about me like this. I know Addison. They are amazing. Their dress and their hair are amazing. And I'm so proud to know them. Now, a fun fact about they-them pronouns is that they've been used in a singular context for centuries. Even going back to Shakespearean times, there's actual documentation in literature using they and them in singular contexts. But if that still doesn't convince you to use they-them pronouns, I'll leave you with this piece of information. Our language is constantly changing and adapting. We're evolving to find new terms and language to self-identify. So get with the times. Don't be an asshole.
Alright, so first of all, if you're listening to this on audio, I envy you. You don't have to look at this. Honestly, it looks like a woman with a beard. I don't even know what to say to this entire... I don't even know what that is. I can't even begin to explain what it is. But you have what looks like some type of man trying to be a woman. So they got the full beard, but they've got all this makeup on. Honestly, people like this exist purely for shock value. That's what this is. I mean, you can't tell me that this person isn't running around outside on purpose just to get people to look at them, to get attention, to try and spur up some type of stupid conversation, to try to come up with a reason to call somebody a bigot or whatever it is. That's what this is about. If people are acting as if like there's actual legitimate people that are trying to do this for any good reasons, I mean, nobody's doing it for a really good reason, but this is just ridiculous. This is purely just for attention. That's what this is all about. But the thing is that to their actual argument that they're trying to make there, is when you're talking about they, them, and I've talked about this extensively before, but you can't just up and change the language when you feel like it, okay? They, them is used to refer to a group of people, or when it is used to refer to a singular person, it is specifically somebody that you do not know. Somebody that you don't know their name, or something like that. Like, hey, someone left their wallet, because that's a singular person, but you don't know who it is, if it was a male or female that did that, okay? Now, the thing is that she kind of goes into, or I'm saying she, but I have no idea what this thing is. I'm sorry, I really don't. I'm not even going to try anymore. So, but what they're basically talking about is trying to actually understand what is going on with the actual language, okay? Because the language is how we not only communicate, but it's how we convey emotions and so many other things. And by the end, what's crazy is that they basically say, you know what? You know, language, it changes all the time. So you know what? Even if I can't really explain it fully, it just changes. So go along with it, right? That's not how this should be. That's simply not how it should be, because there has to be some type of foundation in the language. Without that, we have nothing, right? We have no way to base anything off of. Of course, we come up with new words, and, you know, words kind of change meaning a little bit over time. But you don't change the foundational thing. We don't change the definition of he or him or she and her. We don't change those definitions, right? We can add words. We can put in different types of slang, and maybe that eventually becomes a real word, and we throw it in the Merriam dictionary. But you can't just go along and say, hey, well, because language changes somewhat, we can just do whatever we want. Because pretty soon, you're just making stuff up as you go along, which many of these people on TikTok are already doing. They're just coming up with new things, calling it new stuff, and just assuming that everybody's going to just figure it out and know what's going on. But what you're doing really is just confusing people. And once it gets to just a necessary end, you wind up with a language that means absolutely nothing at all. That's what's crazy. And you, of course, see less of this with English, actually. I think you see it more on a foundational sense with Italian and Spanish, because those are gendered languages. There are clearly words that you use to refer to women where the word is changed, like Latina versus Latino. All of that is there. Now, they don't like that, so they have changed it, or tried to change it, to Latinx or Latinx or whatever they want to call it, because they legitimately don't know what to do with that language. There's thousands of words that are gendered, have a male and a female version. How do you combat that, right? So, and we don't even have that issue in English. So, and it's just crazy to me that you see this happening. It's obviously not something that typically happens with English like that, but these people are trying to uproot everything that we know, everything that the way that we speak, how we speak, all of that, and trying to morph it into something that they think is right, and basically just saying, you know what, who cares? Guys, get with the times. What you thought words meant means nothing right now. So you deal with it, basically. You just watched a clip from the William Hall Show. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.